Getting more.
Some guaranteed action on the way.
250 max. 250 max.
If you're enjoying the show, hit that like button. Helps us out a great deal. Get that algorithm churning. Binary hand for David. Bumps it up to 600. PP with the 4-bet to 2K with ace-6 offsuit. This player has heart. Don't think it'll work against this pocket pair, though. Two aggressive players to a flop. Let's see 3. 6, 8, 9, 3 clubs. David with the overpair and a gut shot to a straight flush. PP with the nut flush draw. Lock in. PP checks the nut flush draw over to David. David with the overpair. Not going to slow down. 1,000. PP calls. Binkaroni mac and cheese. We have a straight flush, ladies and gentlemen. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of clubs. David with the omega nuts. How does he proceed? 2.5K. It's not going to check a straight flush. Not today. We did not come to Live at the Commerce to check a straight flush. We came to scoop a big pot. PP with the nut flush. Fully aware this is a connected board, though. Calls to 2.5K. What? 5 of clubs on the river. There is a straight flush on the board. David with the 10 of clubs. Now, this makes it a lot less likely that David has a straight flush, since there's a straight flush on the board. PP going for a big bet. That's a GG moment if I've ever seen one. $6,000 to call. David enjoying the best spot of his life right now. Stuffs it. As he should with a straight flush.
Straight flush on board.
Now with a straight flush on the board, this shove looks super bluffy. PP's either calling for a chop or calling with the nut flush to win. Now a hand with any type of club, jack of clubs, queen of clubs, king of clubs, would try and pull off this play. PP's got to feel super sick to his stomach with the straight flush on the board. He's thinking to himself, do you really have the 10 of clubs in this spot? How would you have the 10 of clubs in this spot? $30,000 in the middle with the nut flush in your hand. Does he have the strength to lay this down? And PP makes the discipline fold.
What
a river.
Yeah.
Wow.
River, bro.
Insane.
Really bad river.
Yeah, really bad river.
Very bad river for PP.
Because you can see who bluff.
Yeah, yeah.
You get to see it in half an hour anyway.
Pocket sixes for Sammy.
I feel embarrassing when I show my king, queen.
Classic. We shouldn't change classic.
King jack suited for Olvin. He's going to play.
Versus aces, come on.
I'll take the queen king on the bottom left.
We made it to 200.
All right, just go, just go.
Okay, C1 call 200.
You're playing like 8 there, right? 9?
C2 raised to 900, re-raised.
David bumps it up with the ace jack offsuit. TJ with a playable hand. King queen lets it go. Good fold, TJ. Dominated by ace jack.
C4 full, C5 full.
Yeah, spending.
C6 call 900. Sorry.
Usually with it. It's for me?
Yes.
Sammy not trying to squeeze, just calls the 3-bet. Olvin with an opportunity here. Lex just a call. See a flop. These players are ready to battle.
C1 call 900.
When did they come here? Hold on. 6 months. 6 months.
And what a flop for David.
C1 check.
I'm going to Vietnam. And,
That is Broadway.
That's the flop you want to see with ace jack. Leads out.
C2
oh no.
900.
Just a one.
Sammy gets out of the way, and Olvin flopping top pair and an open ender. Bit of a cooler here for him. Drawing to a chopper, running full house. And he's going to need some help here. Maybe runner diamond as well.
Yeah, I played. Okay. Yeah.
C1 call.
It's definitely going to need some backdoor help here.
He needs to chop. He needs an ace on this turn. Oh my God, no.
There's the king on the turn.
Oh my God, he has outs, but oh my God, that is a bad spot.
Trips for Olvin, checks it over.
Yeah, this is the second trips versus Broadway we've seen. $2,000 bet by David. The red flags have to go up for Olvin, but he's looking down at King Jack and 2 kings on the board. He can still hit a 9. In his head, he could hit a 9, but he needs an ace. He needs an ace.
A 9 would be bad. 9 would be the coffin.
He needs an ace, a jack, a 10, or a queen, or the last king in the deck, which I don't know if it's been folded already. If I do the math on 18%, what would that be? 1, 2.
I'd say the king's still in there, and he's looking for the board to pair, looking for a 10 or a queen.
Brick.
3 of clubs, no help to Olvin.
And David's going to rip. He's going to put him on a David's going to put him on a king and rip. In this situation, you either have Jack 9, Ace Jack, or you have a king. And here's how long before he says all in?
All in.
All in. C2 all in.
And he hasn't snapped, so that's... Olvin, can Olvin get away from this? Will he retain some of that profit he made in that big hand against KN, or is he going to dust it off right now? You guys know what I like to do in the chat. 1 for call, 2 for fold. Get your votes in fast. Do it now, do it now.
Let us know what you think.
I'm leaning towards fold, but that's because
1 for call, 2 for fold. Let us know.
losing to king, queen, king 10, ace, king, ace, jack, king, or jack 9. It's a lot of hands that beat you. You're only beating flush draw bluffs. Let's listen to his thought process.
$7,000? 7,500.
7,500.
7,500.
Yeah,
Shit.
10 seconds.
A little tight in this one.
Elliot saying you block both the straight and boats.
Pocket
This,
queens is the only hand I push her right now.
yeah, I forgot. You're also losing to pocket tens, pocket queens, pocket threes.
Pocket aces. Pocket queen is good.
Calls. Bad news.
Straight.
He called. Yes, he won't call.
And that pot's going to go David's way, 23.6 thousand. The learning experience really was just like, oh, that's a fold. Oh, that's a fold. Like, oh, I should fold that. And then by like, I don't know, like 10 days into using this poker trainer, I was like, oh, this app's trying to make me a nit. Like, I was like, oh, this is stupid.
Pretty sure if I did one of those things, my laptop would just explode.
Nah, it's just, I was like, this is not fun.
Folding is not fun.
They're like, if you're facing a 3-bet from this position, I was like, call. And they were like, I snap called on the app, and they were like, wrong. Here we go, open ender and a pair of threes for David.
And Perry with a pair of fours.
There it is. There's a straight.
There it is. 7 on the turn.
Perry's going to try to lead out at this and represent David's hand. Wonder if we'll see a heart on the river.
David just calling, hoping Perry puts more money in.
A heart on the river kills the action, but that 2 makes things interesting. Because it doesn't really change anything, but if you had a 5, you had a 5.
Yeah, does not help Perry.
Perry only has a bluff catcher at this point.
Right, there's still 2 overcards, the 6 and the 7.
$1,100 in the pot. David bets. Over pot. Well over pot. And he's representing 2 things here. Either he has a 5, a 5-8, or a missed flush draw. And the last thing is you're going to think about is that missed flush draw before you put chips in. But let's see if Perry could get away from
This is just
this.
really strong, though.
Yeah, it's just such a bluffy-sized bet. That's why he's going to take his time to think about it. This, you know, a pair of 4s is usually a snap fold here. But because of the sizing David put out, Perry is actually being respectful and putting him on the fact that he's capable of bluffing here.
Right. And Perry has been bluffed multiple times this session, so.
And there's Young Man Coffee in the back. T-shirt.
YMC?
YMC, Young Man Coffee.
OMC, for those in the chat, OMC is Old Man Coffee. That's a poker acronym. And Cairo's just poking fun at that, calling TJ Young Man Coffee.
Hey, man, being a professional player, you have to... And he makes the call. I'm telling you, it was the
Wow.
sizing.
Thanks.
It was the sizing. Well played by David.
The smooth call on the turn, and then bombing the river.
Perry calling extremely...
Montreal, beautiful, and Leeds in the United Kingdom, very cool. And surviving Maine is watching from the woods of Maine. Pocket kings for David.
Here we
Big
go.
hands, spicy, spicy hands. Ulvin with the walkie-talkie suited, 10-4, good buddy, comes along, and L's going to gamble with the 8-6 suited. Ulvin and L just flopping some backdoor possibilities. David with the overpair. It's going to continuation bet. L wants to float. See a turn. Same with Ulvin. Jack of hearts. Ulvin turns his flush draw. L drawing dead at 0%.
950.
One check. Two bets 950. Three fold. Four fold.
$9.50. Just enough for Ulvin to see a river. For David to get value if there's a brick.
That's right.
Heart on the river. Ulvin hits his backdoor flush draw. Super hidden. David does a giant bet. 2,400. 6K in the pot. Ulvin loving life right now. Gonna get some money back from being coolered by David a few hands before. Now, Ulvin knows he's going to raise. The question is how much? Does he stuff it?
Call.
Oh, he just calls.
Oh, yeah, 10 high, maybe got spooked. Ulvin getting some of it back. I actually am, like, with the board pairing, like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Especially with 10 high.